Today I'm gonna shoot only with the 18-50mm lens, the kit lens that comes with your camera, to prove once and for all it's not the gear that matters, but how good that you are. This is not the only crazy part of this video, but the most craziest part is I'm on my bike. Alright, upon our first composition here, I'm gonna show you what we're going to do. With flying the drone here, I saw this beautiful tree here. That's a tree that we're gonna take a photo of. I'm not gonna go too close because I want to keep the fog into the picture. And when I'm going too close, the fog will disappear. It will stay in the background, but I want this tree to be a little bit into the fog. I hope I can shoot this tree with the 18mm to 55 to get a little bit closer with the lens, but also keep the tree in this beautiful fog. I'm gonna look what we can do here with the 18 to 55. Oh man, it's been ages that I used this lens. Something's wrong. Alright, got it. It's not working like I thought it would. I'm trying something here. I'm trying to frame up this tree with this natural environment, because the tree and the grass alone, it was not working. I hope I can make a decent photo out of this. It's not gonna be the best one out there. I'm gonna look. And I don't want to fall here into this creek. F5.6, 160 of a second, but the tree is very far away at 55mm. Not bad, but far from great also. We got some leaves here with some ice on it. That also intrigued me. So I'm gonna try to take a beautiful photo of this. F3.8 for a shallow depth of field. And we're gonna go 160th of a second. Alright, not bad. Let me know what you think of these photos. Are they a little bit good or not? I hope we can shoot something better, because the fog is fading a little bit. And for the images that I see now, this lens is too wide. So that's a problem, that I have to go too close to the subject. The fog will disappear on the subject itself. I want to try to keep the fog, so maybe I have to look for some bigger views so that we can still keep the fog into the frame. I just stopped to take the next photo in this morning shoot, and I'm shooting those beautiful trees here in the back. The trees are a little bit lined up after each other, but I'm shooting from an angle so you can see all the trees. Probably gonna crop in the image a little bit, because the 55mm is just not far enough to shoot the composition that I want and to keep the fog into the landscape. If I wouldn't use the 18 to 55mm, probably go for my Tamron 70 to 300 to shoot from far away and get closer to those trees, but it's working out. It's not bad. The wooden poles here in the foreground are also into the picture, because I cannot zoom in enough. Like I said, I'm gonna crop it a little bit. They're still gonna be into the frame, but I focused on the first tree that you are seeing into the frame. The picture is fading off because of the fog in the landscape. So the first tree is pretty clear. You can see a little bit of fog around the tree, but then further into the picture it gets grayer and grayer. So that's very cool. I'm shooting this at f8, 100th of a second, and ISO 100. And besides the composition, here we have some trees here, and I'm gonna try to get a little bit closer and shoot it in portrait mode if I can get closer. The road looks like it's just going straight and not going to the left, so I don't want to use my Tamron to shoot that picture, because it's all about the 18 to 55mm, to show you guys that it's not the gear that matters, but it's the person behind the camera. When I was biking up to the tree that I just told you about, the light changed, the sun is coming through a little bit, and it lit up the scene here very beautifully. I'm shooting again the tree from the previous photo. This tree here and also the tree here without the leaves. The two trees were in the shadows of the clouds, and behind those trees there was a sunlight very softly lighting up the background. I thought it was very cool, but now the sun is also lighting up our beautiful tree. So we're gonna show them both. So we're gonna have two pictures, one without the sunlight onto the tree and one with the sunlight onto the tree. The first photo was shot at ISO 100 f8 and 200 of a second, and the second photo is shot at also f8 ISO 100 and 250 of a second. I just found the first composition where I'm using 18mm to shoot this photo. We got a few elements here in this picture. We got a beautiful leading line, this pathway that leads our eye into the depth of the photo. And then the first element is this tree here in the front. And like you can see, the trees are all on the line. I'm shooting this in portrait mode, and we're very close to the ground because we have some puddles here. And I'm using the reflection of the tree in this puddle. So you have a foreground element, then everything else leads your eye into the back, the trees, the pathway. It all fades a little bit softly into the fog. I'm gonna wait for a few minutes in the hope the sun will light up those trees a little bit more, so that the trees are lit up from the side. The sun just shines onto the trees very softly for a split second, but I'm shooting this at ISO 100 of the shutter speed and f8. I'm not actually a bike kind of guy, but I thought it was a little bit easier to go places where you don't have to search for a place to park your car on the side of the road. That's why I thought, let's take the bike. I could use some sunlight right now because the fog is really thin. So everywhere I'm driving, the fog is further away into the landscape. I'm not allowing myself to use my tele lens because it's all about the 18 to 55 millimeters. I think I'm gonna shoot one of the last photos because the light is so boring and the focus disappeared. I'm here in this micro forest, and I'm gonna see if I can find a composition over here. If you like the Belgium landscape in this video, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe so we can spread out the videos more into the world and grow this channel, grow it so big that we have a big family and go super amazing places in the future. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't see anything here in the forest. It's super small and yeah, not even a good composition. I don't see anything. Look for some compositions on the way home, and if not, then this is the end of the video. I wish we had a little bit more fog today in this video, but we cannot control the weather. If you're new into photography, I hope you can see a little bit what the 18 to 55 millimeter kit lens can do. If you start out, I would recommend to buy an 18 to 200 millimeter lens, because for me, I'm already missing the extra focal length to shoot some cool compositions. Thank you for watching, guys, and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Can you guys remind me in the future to not use my bike? I'm already tired of this thing. Thank you again for watching. Bye.